I'm calling 911. I'm not leaving my house. Don't know if we can trust those guys. He would commit murder for me. Hello friends, and welcome back to another reading vlog, and specifically a Halloween reading vlog. As you can see from the title, for today's video we will be reading books that I think are nice for the spooky season and for Halloween. Keep in mind that I don't read thrillers and horrors. I have said that a million times, you already know it, but I do read books that are darker. Maybe they have some horror and thriller elements, and of course I love reading fantasy and dark fantasy, and I'm just planning on reading a good few books that I feel like are good for people who get easily scared or disturbed, but at the same time they're also good for the autumn and spooky season. So like you saw, this morning I started reading Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This is my first book from this author. I am about 50 pages in and I'm really enjoying it so far. We have been introduced to our main characters, Misery and Louie. I think that's how our MMC is called. Our FMC, Misery, is a vampire and she has to get married to a werewolf, the alpha of the werewolves, who is Louie. And dare I say, I am already unwell and I already love them, and I think that I'm gonna be obsessed with them. But this is an arranged marriage. They have to get married in order to create peace between the vampires and the werewolves. Basically, in this book we have humans, werewolves, and vampires. Nobody likes anyone. They're beefing with each other just because, you know, they are different, and of course someone has to always be beefing with someone because they are different. If you ask me, I find that weird. We're all different, but yet we all have some similarities. And I do believe that werewolves, humans, and vampires can find some similarities in here, and hopefully by the end of the book we will have peace. But anyways, nobody likes nobody in this book, so I guess now vampires and werewolves have to create this marriage to have an alliance against humans, because apparently now humans don't want to have an alliance with the vampires anymore. I don't know, it's still very much the start of the book, so I haven't grasped every single thing, but so far so good. I'm enjoying it, and I feel like this is a good spooky season and fall season read if you're up for a paranormal, flirty fantasy time. I think that I'm gonna like our main character Misery a lot. I feel like she's very funny. So we'll sit here, continue reading my book, and I will finish up my cold coffee from my new favorite mug. And I hope you're drinking a coffee or a tea as well, a cozy beverage, something. And I hope that this video will give you some nice autumnal and spooky season book recommendations. Also, I got new pillowcases. Have to show them to you. Aren't they perfect? I think that they are. I am obsessed with them. And I don't really like using that word, I am obsessed. I know that everybody uses that word, but hey, I low-key am. I am 170 pages into the book. I have to say that currently I am not as in love with it as I was in the beginning or as excited as I thought that I would be. I really like Misery, or FMC. I think that she's very funny and witty and beautiful and kind-hearted. Loey is a very kind-hearted wear as well, but I feel a tiny bit disconnected from Loey. I don't know. I thought that I was going to be more into him, you know, and his character. And even though he's a good character, I'm just not over the moon. Also, we have a huge mystery in this one. We are looking for Misery's best friend. Her name is Serena. We don't know if she's alive or not. And now Loey is sort of helping her, not sort of, he's helping her, Misery, to find Serena, but also he has to help her in a way because apparently Serena knew about Loey's little sister and not a lot of people know about her. She's a secret. So he wants to find out, you know, why did that woman know about my little sister? Let me find her, but also let me help Misery because I am secretly in love with her and completely obsessed with her. So Misery is officially married to Loey now. She is in the Weirland. Anyways, this is a good fun read so far. It's fine. Maybe I had higher expectations. I feel like it started stronger than it currently is. But on the other hand, I have also found a song. I mean, I knew about that song. I was familiar with the song, but I recently started listening to it again and it reminds me of Misery. So maybe I can have this song as the official soundtrack of Bride. You know, I like to do that. I love pairing songs with books. And that song is Teeth by 5 Seconds of Summer. I mean, the lyrics just match. They just go. This song is very Loey and Misery coded. It just matches. It just goes. Anyways, moving on. Moving on with our lives. It's officially cardigan season. I've had this cardigan for too many years, but the weather is officially fall weather. It's amazing. As soon as the first day of autumn arrived, the weather got a bit cooler. Also, this clip might be a bit loud. I have some windows open just to have the breeze in the apartment. Anyways, I am on page 322, and you know, sometimes when in books everything is going well, but suddenly one of the two main characters has to say something awful and they have to destroy everything, you know, and make things not great anymore. We are in that part of the story now, and I felt so bad for one of our two main characters because the other character said some things that are not true. I know that they don't believe those things, but they still said them, and now we are upset. But my thoughts are still the same. I am enjoying the book. It is fine, but I'm not that obsessed. I'm not that connected. It's not bad. It's not great. It's giving 3.75. I am wearing my autumn PJs and they make me so happy. I love the color. They're just perfect and the bottoms have fall leaves on them. I have officially finished Bride and I will go ahead and give it a 3.75 star. It was good. It was okay. I loved Misery. I thought she was very funny. The characters were good. They were, you know, good, decent, fun characters, but I was not that invested nor that connected to anybody. And I think that I will not be continuing with this interconnected standalone series. It was fun. I'm glad I gave it a go, but I will be definitely reading more books by Ali Hazelwood. That is for sure. I want to try some of her contemporary romances and especially The Love Hypothesis. I know that a lot of people love that book. It is very popular and also I think a movie is coming out based on that book, so I want to read it and perhaps maybe also watch the movie once it is released. But these are my thoughts on Bride. Do I recommend it? Yes. So we're starting a new book today. I am very excited about this one. I think it's the perfect spooky season October read. And that book is Anathema by Keri. It is part of my October TBR. The plan is, we always have a plan, to make a cup of tea. I also have some really great biscuits that my grandma got me. They're delicious. So we'll make a tea, have a biscuit, and we will start Anathema. You know, we of course have to listen to music while we're making a tea. And Fawzia, one of my favorite artists, has released a new song. It is called Peace and Violence. And that song is pretty much the anthem for every single one of my favorite fantasy couples. When I listen to that song, I think about Aileen and Rowan, Manon and Dorian, Nessa and Cassian, Rain and Oriah, Khan and Rave. Yeah, I just think about all of my favorite fantasy couples. By the way, it was raining today and my hair is very frizzy, so there's that. Okay, this is already so dark and creepy and gothic, and I'm loving it. It feels like I am literally in these woods. So we're following Mavis. She's this young 19-year-old girl, I think, that lives in this little town. I feel like this town feels very much like a cult. Basically, if you do something that they don't like the head of the town and the church, if they don't like it, you're considered a witch, you're considered a bad person, and they throw you in the woods. And these woods are actually called the Eating Woods. Pretty creepy, right? Something lives inside these woods and it will eat you alive if you step in there, so we don't want to step into the woods. But Mavis, she lives very close to the woods. Her cottage is very close to the edge of the wood, but she doesn't live alone. She lives there with her stepsister, because Mavis, she was adopted. So she lives there with her stepsister, with their grandma, who for some reason hates them, both of the girls. And they also have their two uncles, but they're not really uncles by blood because their grandma, these two uncles are her children, I think. But her late husband, he's dead now, so the girl's grandpa married her after she had those two boys. But they're all grown up now, they're grown-ass men. Don't know if we can trust those guys. I don't know, this is a weird living situation. You know what? This is me. I noticed that the book had a glossary at the beginning of it, and that should have been a sign that something would go wrong. I mean, no, nothing is wrong, but this is me because I am confused. And I have decided that I'm not gonna look at the glossary, but then I think that I will have to look at the glossary because I don't understand a lot of things. But then again, it's still very early, but it's also not convenient to go back and forth, you know, to the chapter that I am and then back to the glossary. So I'm just trying to remember everything, and I think that this is going to be the type of book that feels like you are studying for an exam. Okay, Anathema definitely has horror elements. I don't know what I was expecting when I read that this book was gonna have horror elements. Well, I guess I expected something like this. I want to say that Mavis' uncles are disgusting. I hate their grandma. She's awful too. I'm really enjoying the darkness of the book though, except for a few disturbing scenes. And also Mavis has found a little egg and a little dragon slash bird hatched, and it's so cute. I want him. I also saw fan art for that creature. I think Mavis calls him Ravux, and he's so cute. I saw the fan art. Yes, I keep doing that. I keep looking up fan arts. I haven't seen any spoilers though, so that's good, but I would love to have a little creature like that, even though he eats meat, so like rats, and he also ate a cat, so that's not nice. Maybe my bird dragon would be a vegetarian. or he would eat dog food. I don't know, but I'm enjoying the book so far. Also, I'm really focused on trying to make sense of everything, but I still think that I don't know who some people are, but the more I read, the clearer it gets, so that's good. But I have looked at the glossary a couple of times, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not really looking at the glossary because it's not convenient. I definitely love our two main characters a lot, and we have some really good side characters too, but I don't know if we can trust them. I don't know who we can trust, or maybe if any of them are going to be backstabbers and traitors. We will see. Okay, you're now just seeing a floating head with hair all around, but I've been laying down here reading, and I feel like it has started moving a bit slow. The pace is a bit slow, but then at the same time we have a lot of things to learn and to unravel, so if it was more fast-paced, then maybe some things wouldn't be that clear. Okay, ladies, that's it. We're finishing Anathema. We're enjoying it. We are a breath away from finishing it. I will sit here, I will finish it, and I will report back my final thoughts. Okay, I've mentioned that before. I will mention it again. I don't get it when everything is going to hell, there's chaos all around, and our two main characters are in the mood to be intimate. And I'm not talking about, you know, life is bad, but we still love each other and we want to show our love. I'm talking about you just killed a person, you are in danger, death is lurking in the corner, and you are in the mood to be intimate. I personally don't get it because I see it realistically. If I was in their shoes, I would be having a panic attack. I would be vomiting in the corner and I would be acting like a normal person. And I think that most people would be scared out of their minds and they would be freaking out. I would be like, do not touch me, go and kill the monsters. We're all done. Dare I say that the ending felt anticlimactic. I expected more, but more was not given. It felt very bland and very not the type of ending that a fantasy book should have. The first book in a fantasy series. Maybe it's just me. I enjoyed the book overall. Thank God we had a little bit of a plot twist at the end. There is nothing wrong with the ending. It's just that I am used to fantasy books having a more insane cliffhanger and the ending being more action-packed. Can you even see me, or am I too dark? But yeah, I wanted more action and I feel like we were laying down a lot. We're spending a lot of time horizontal. I mean, get up. It did feel like I was, you know, trying to contain all of the information that I was reading, and I was trying to make sense of things, and I'm still not sure about some things, some type of beings and humans, and they are split in different categories, the humans and the magical humans, and I still don't know who is who. It kind of felt like When the Moon Hatched, but When the Moon Hatched was a 5-star. It was fantastic, it was phenomenal, and I did grasp everything after a few pages. But here I'm still clueless about some things, and you know what, it's fine. I will remain clueless. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes it's fine being clueless. I will give it a 4.25 star. This was a really good book. I loved the dark and gothic energy that it has. I love our main character Maybeth a lot. Zavender is fine as well, our MMC. I'm not that obsessed with him. I really like our FMC, and I feel like she is going to grow more as a character in the next books. Now I am aware that the second book is out. I think it's called Eldritch, but that book has a lot of past chapters from the MMC's past, and I don't know if I'm up to that. So I think that maybe I will read the present chapters and I will skip the past. I know that sounds awful. This is not reading a book, and I will obviously not count it as reading it, nor will I include that book in my Goodreads challenge or anything. But yeah, I did enjoy Anathema. I do recommend it. I feel like it is a really great book for Halloween. Definitely spooky with some horror elements. Taylor Swift has a new album, and I'm not a Swiftie. I say that, I confess. I love her. I love Taylor Swift. I think that she has some really great songs. I used to listen to her more when I was younger. My teenage self was obsessed with Teardrops, On My Guitar, You Belong With Me, Love Story. So many good songs, so many fun bops, but I would not consider myself a Swiftie. And do you know what I have noticed? I have noticed that a lot of book girlies are Swifties. Has anybody else noticed? I see a girl, she reads, and most probably she has Taylor Swift in her Spotify playlist. Is my camera crooked? I listened to the entire album. Okay, I might have skipped a few songs once I listened to a few seconds, a minute. And my favorite is hands down The Fate of Ophelia. I have been listening to it since it was released. It is the only song that I have liked from her album, so I have it in my favorites, my liked list on Spotify. It is so cute, and knowing that she wrote the song for her fiance. Also, I love the music video. Stunning. So many looks.
All that time, I'm feeling 100 on the
It's a vibe. It's a bop. I love it. She has so many great songs. Let me know down in the comments if you are a Swiftie or not. I am interested because I know that you girls are readers and I know that not all of you are going to be Swifties, but I'm curious. I'm curious to know, are you a Swiftie or not? So it has been a few days since I have filmed for this vlog and I have started reading The Phantom of the Opera. I am currently on chapter 19, so I am well into the book now. I am reaching the end of it. I want to say I am really enjoying it, but I will be honest, it is not as fantastic as the musical and the 2004 movie. But with that being said, I appreciate this book a lot because if this book didn't exist, my favorite musical and my favorite movie wouldn't exist. So we stand, we love, we appreciate this novel. It is really good, but it has some major differences from the musical and the movie, obviously. And some of them, you know, they're fine, but some of them, I'm like, I prefer it in the movie. Like Madame Julie. Why did I say that with a French accent? I think she's French. Her character in the movie is completely, well, not completely, she's quite different from the character that we read about in this book. Also, Christine is blonde. In the movie, she's not. The Phantom, he's very, you know, creepy looking and scary. In the movie, we have Jared Butler playing the Phantom. I mean, I would have chosen the Phantom in a second. I know he's toxic. I know he is crazy and psychotic, but Leroux, you're very vanilla in front of the Phantom. I'm sorry. He gives spice, he gives heat, and he gives us everything. I think that this book is great for cozy season and for spooky season because obviously the Phantom is horrific looking. Everybody is scared. Everybody's talking about the Phantom, but is there really a Phantom? He commits murder. Also, there was this line. I need to find it and read it to you. Okay, I think that this is between Raoul and Christine. Raoul asks, does he love you so much? And Christine says, he would commit murder for me. Get you a man who would kill for you? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We don't want any killers and murderers. No, I'm just kidding. This is fine just here in the book. You know, this is a story. This is a novel. Let's giggle and kick our feet. But in reality, oh my god, I'm calling 911. I'm not leaving my house. I'm hiding under the bed. But we will also start another book today. I'm very excited for it. Because one Ali Hazelwood book in a reading vlog is not enough. I want to try one more of her books. This was just released, I think, and this is part of these type of books that some authors all write and they have them for Christmas. They're not interconnected standalones, no, but they all, I think, follow a similar theme. So this is that type of thing. They're all in Kindle Unlimited and they are all perfect for Halloween. I think they are all also romances. And this is only 90 something pages and it is about a vampire and a vampire slayer. Say no more. I'm reading it. I'm not gonna read any other books from this little bundle, this little series. Oh, it is a collection. It is called a collection. It is part of Scared Sexy, a deliciously dark collection of Halloween romance. So I'm not gonna read any other books from this collection. We will be following Ethel. I think she lives in New York and she has a sworn nemesis, Laszlo, who is the vampire slayer. Ethel is the vampire, but Laszlo, her nemesis, loses his memory and now an ancient hunt becomes an unexpected chance at forbidden passion. I feel like this is going to be romantic, fun, sexy, Halloweeny. Don't know if I will finish it today because I do have a lot of editing to do as well. I also have some chores, but I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna start it and I will report back. I read about 50% of the book yesterday and I finished it today. It was such a cute Halloween read. Very fast, very short, obviously, since this is a short story, but it was very fun nonetheless. I enjoyed it. I really like our two main characters. Lately, I feel like I love the FMCs of books more than the MMCs. I really liked our MMC here, but Ethel, our FMC, was super fun to read about. She was funny, she had a good heart. I really liked her. I think I will go ahead and give this book a 4-star because it is just a short story and I didn't have much time to fall in love with the characters and really get immersed and dive into a new world and the story. But it was very fun. I highly recommend it for Halloween, even on Halloween day. It is such a short read that, of course, it can be read within a day. And like I mentioned before in this vlog, I will for sure read more books from Ali Hazelwood. I like her style of writing. I just think that with Bride, I was not really captivated by the story and I just didn't care that much for the characters, but it was good. It was fine. Also have decided to lower my rating on Bride. I know that in my October reset, I said that I gave it a 3.75. Also, I think that earlier in this vlog, I said that that would be my rating, but no, I thought about it. I will give it a 3.5. So when it comes to the Phantom of the Opera, I still have a few chapters left and I don't think that I will finish that book for this vlog because I have been filming it for a while and I need to wrap it up and upload it. So I will give you my final rating of the Phantom of the Opera in my November reset routine, and I am very excited to start another reading vlog, or a bookish vlog should I say, very soon, and I'm very excited to start reading the next book that I have in mind. So that brings us to the end of today's video. If you have reached this part of the video, comment down below what should we comment. Let's comment down below a wilted flower emoji, the wilted rose emoji, for the cover of the Phantom of the Opera, and because I love that emoji very much. So comment that down below. Thank you all so much for watching this reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye friends!